As discussed earlier, listening is probably more important than speaking when it comes to establishing rapport with people and establishing shared meaning in your communications. Listening requires concentration and the ability to let go of your own preconceptions, values and attitudes. Most people listen to respond, not listen to understand. If you're always listening with the view to responding, you're always thinking about what you're going to say next. You're therefore interpreting what the other person is saying from the perspective of how you're going to respond. If you're listening to understand, you're able to just concentrate on what the other person is saying. Active listening is a technique that you can learn by concentrating really hard on what the person is saying and then thinking of what questions you could ask that person that might enable them to open up even further to enable you to understand more deeply their point of view. Questions like, how did that make you feel and why did you feel that way, or what did you do next, makes the person you're conversing with feel as though you're really listening to them. If you can identify key themes or issues in what they're saying and include those in your questions back to them, it further adds to the other person's perception that you're listening and understanding. In business, particularly when you employ staff, it's really critical that you hear the whole story from as many different perspectives as you can, so that you can get to the bottom of problems and issues in order to be able to resolve them more completely and efficiently. By asking questions that prompt responses that expose ever deeper understandings of what's really going on in the minds of the people you're managing, you can expose systemic problems and other issues like personality clashes that enable you to really understand what's going on so that you can solve it. If you only keep your conversations at a superficial tell us what happened level, you will not understand the root cause of the problems. When we go out and visit some agribusinesses in the middle of this term, we will be asking you to listen and to understand. So over the next few weeks, I'd like you to apply some of these tips to start practicing your listening and understanding skills. I'm going to ask you now to watch a short video on active listening.